It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. My name is Jim. My channel is More Sunshine, Please, and I do a Tuesday night live stream on Tuesday nights. It's night for me, anyway. It's 7 p.m. Eastern. How are you? I'm all right. Although you wouldn't know that from how I started out this show. Anyway, coming up, we're going to play a game. I'm going to eat some things. I have some things to show off. I have a top 15 list. But before we do any of that, I like to celebrate the first 3 people that make their way into the chat for this live stream. So I'm going to do that now. I don't think you can hear that because I can't hear it. But hopefully you can hear this. And let's get there. Today's gold medalist coming in at 5:27 p.m. yesterday, Francisco. Jamie 2 minutes later. And then Laura has our bronze medal. Francisco, Jamie, Laura, congratulations on your medals. Thank you for your training. Thank you for choosing to represent us in Paris this summer. No, I don't. It's not it at all. Again, much like last week, if I remember, our medalists very, very early to the chat, and YouTube kept it. So that was just before 5:30 was our gold, and then just after it was our bronze. And our silver right before 5:30 as well, and it stayed. You never know. You never know. Mr. Fulton Mraz has huge news. I guess we'll get to that later in the comments here coming up. Timothy Rainwaters yesterday at 8:21. If you're back, hello. Matthew and Lauren Vlogs. This was last night. At 9 o'clock. I just find that interesting. It's Joey's World. Hello to you, 9:43. Paul Eichenlaub. Yes, 20 hours left. This is funny. And then Sherry says, good afternoon all. By the way, Sherry from Pepper Tree Villa. And I know she's 3 hours behind, but that was at 2:25 a.m. So she was anticipating everybody would see this comment in the afternoon, and I think she was right. Lala! Now, here's the thing. I know my thumbnail is celebrating National Corn on the Cob Day. I, however, am not prepared to celebrate that on my live stream, other than my thumbnail for the show. But isn't corn on the cob great? Indeed. Well, there we go. There's more Pepper Tree Villa. And here's Mr. Fulton Mraz. I got first place for my 25th gold medals for shot put and 100-meter dash. Holy cow. And first place gold medals. I also got first place gold medal in the javelin throw. Congratulations. That is amazing. And I wouldn't be offended if you took a nap after all of that. But it was probably earlier. Noah, hello to you. Welcome in. Timothy Rainwaters is back. Hello. Mar in Memphis, always a pleasure. Oh, okay. Oh, have fun with fam. That's cool. This is D&G Explorers. I had to find the button. That's why I was stumbling there. Movie Mania Nick, hello. Welcome in. Michelle the Quilter, hello to you. Sherry's back. Okay, here we go. Going through here. Simba 2, number 26. Do I get anything? Just my admiration for counting what place you came in. That's cool. Here we go. I'm getting there. AB, hello to you. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. We hope to have a bit of fun today. I just realized I forgot to prepare something for the show, but it shouldn't take long to get it ready. John, hello to you. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. There's Charlie and the Disney Nerd Herders. Nerds! Welcome in. I hope you guys are good. Thank you for the birthday postcard. My birthday's coming up, and they know exactly when it is because it's close to one of their family members' birthdays. So thank you for the postcard. That was awesome. Okay, here we go. Yes. Getting it here. Everybody's saying, man, is that Dreamer Deborah? Hello. How are you? Great to see you in here. All right, I think I'm caught up. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by and hanging out with us. A bit of personal news here. You know, during the football season, I like to update you on how the Florida State Seminoles were doing. Hang on. Nope. There it is. Something else I forgot to do. I don't have a picture. The FSU baseball team has made it to the College World Series again. I think it's their 24th time. They've yet to ever win it. But they beat UConn in the Super Regionals. That's something I learned about just recently. And they earned their way to Omaha. That's where the College World Series is played every year. And they are the 8th seed of 8 teams. And in the first round, they play first-ranked Tennessee, the Volunteers. So that starts Friday. So good luck, Knowles. And I will be paying attention to see how that goes. I just really wanted an excuse to play the music again. Anyway, so that's what's going on here. Okay, here's what I didn't have prepared. I guess I'll play this. I have some more neighborhood wildlife to tell you about. Before I show you the new critter, a couple of updates on old critters I've shown you in the past. Yesterday, we had deer return. I didn't take pictures or video or anything, but it was the doe and the fawn that is as big as the doe is now, and that was very cool, and they hung around in the backyard for a few minutes, and then they left. I was going to say, it's been so dry here they probably went looking for somewhere to drink water. It did, however, rain today, all day, pretty much. And it was quite dreary, but welcomed because it's been so dry here. The second update was last week I showed you the eastern lubber grasshopper, huge grasshopper that at first I was afraid of, and then I read about it, and then I realized, this grasshopper doesn't really jump or fly or move quickly at all. Anyway, I saw another one. It wasn't quite as big as the last one, but it was in roughly the same place. Well, it was near our front door. It wasn't quite on our front door. But haven't seen one of those ever, and I've seen two in just over a week. So what's going on? What is going on? Now for the new one. The new let's let me get that ready. Okay. A month or two ago, my wife and I went walking just to get some fresh air, walk around the block, around the neighborhood. And we have there's a lot of children in our neighborhood now, and there's one house with lots of children, and there's a girl. I don't know how old she is, probably 10 or something. I don't know. And another neighbor girl, same age, and they were hanging out together. And as we're walking, approaching our home once again after our walk, we see that they're playing with a squirrel. And they're not just playing with a squirrel. It's as if the squirrel is part of their family. Because it was almost as if it were a tame squirrel, and they were feeding it, and the squirrel hopped on the one girl's shoulder as if it had done that 100 times. And the girl, if I remember, I think she may have even went like, and then it hopped on her shoulder. I maybe I'm dreaming that. But I'm going to show you this picture. This is a dramatization of what that looked like. It's not a picture of the girl. But this is kind of what it looked like. I just got this I Googled an image of squirrel on a shoulder. But it was kind of like that. And it was a small squirrel. It wasn't it was very thin, and its tail was kind of ratty. I don't know if that means it's young or distressed or both. I don't know. Anyway, that squirrel, a couple of weeks later, came to our front door, and I imagine it's the same squirrel because it had no fear and it wanted in our house. So I do have video of that. Now I have to find it, and I think I know where it is. It's gotta find the right. Here it is. Here's the folder. Here's the video. Okay. I added music to it. This is us. This is me from inside my house, and the squirrel wanting to hop on our shoulders. This has to be the same squirrel. I guess it wasn't as rat-like as I thought. I thought it was skinnier, but yeah, this guy super friendly, but I don't want a squirrel on me. But he's adorable. I don't have much more video of this, but and we're kind of talking to it through the window, saying, "Go back to your family." And actually, it's what I'm happy about is that the squirrel didn't continue to do that day after day. I thought we'd have to look out for that squirrel when entering our home, so it wouldn't run in. I didn't want it to be a Griswold Christmas, But it hasn't been. We haven't really seen that squirrel, nor have we. It's gotten so hot out that there's a very small window when the neighborhood kids are outside playing, so we haven't seen this squirrel on any shoulders lately. But that was some neighborhood wildlife. I've abandoned the chat. I am so sorry. Let me go back a little bit just to see squirrel. That's right. Sherry says we had one that climbed on Jeff's shoulder to eat a homemade oatmeal cookie. Well, I would do that too for an oatmeal cookie. Plus, they're high in cholesterol. That's right. All right, okay. Catching up here. I was going to tore the screen off our front door and came in the house. Holy moly. Looked like he was watching TV. That's awesome. I'm glad it was you and not me. How did you get rid of him? You want some coffee? Heard you had an Orlando Guy mug. Probably. Who doesn't want one? Holy cow! This is like a. I'm reading a Twitter thread or something with your squirrel story. It's awesome. We don't have that. I kind of wish we had it, but we don't. I'm happy that the squirrel isn't mean. That's all I care about, really. You know? Okay, so that was neighborhood wildlife. And now to another segment where I get to eat things on a live stream. An extra special thank you to the crew of It's Joey's World. They were kind enough to send me a package full of goodies. And I'm going to try one of them today. I'm going to try another one next week. A few things in the package, though, including this bag of carrot cake kettle corn, and I can tell it's from Aldi, and I love that. And I don't know if any of you remember, I actually had some of this back in March, right before Easter, and I tried it. So I think maybe subliminally they thought, that looks like something Jim would eat on his show, and you would be absolutely right. Something else, this bag of Zapp's New Orleans kettle-style voodoo potato chips, perfect for my Fat Tuesday show, so I've got to wait to open that. But today, this struck my fancy, if I can put a twist on a saying. Striked my fancy? Anyway, they saw this, I'm sure, and said, we want Jim in pain. So, outstanding pig out crunchies. Hella hot. They are vegan, plant-based, rather. And no sketchy ingredients. I appreciate that. You are what you eat. Be outstanding. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to crack these open right now. And I don't want them to spill everywhere. I should have opened them with scissors. Okay. All right. Got a little something there. I've abandoned the chat again. I'm so sorry. Dean, welcome in. Let's see. I can't tell from smelling it how hot they are. Guess that would be weird if I could. Yes. All right. Another twist on my eating music. What did I play last week? How about this one? That was different. And these were different. Actually, they remind me of like Cheetos, but it's got that rice flavor to it. It's not corn-based. So imagine a rice-based Cheeto, a hot one. And this is what you get. And I like it. So thank you so much for that. That was awesome. And I'm going to have another item next week, which also has me nervous. Okay, what now? Where am I? Oh, we found something on a clearance shelf, so let's try that. Now, seemingly the last bunch of things that I have found on a clearance shelf that's I think might be interesting to try is from Sprouts, our store Sprouts, which they're sprouting up everywhere. This one is a chocolate bar. And it's Wild West brand chocolate, sweetened only with fruit. So here's the package. It's organic dark chocolate, 70% cacao, which that's like baking chocolate, isn't it? And you can see up at the top, sweetened only with fruit. And my wife did try this. And she said it wasn't bad. But 70%, and I think she's a fan, a bigger fan of dark chocolate than I am. No mushrooms in this one. This is legit chocolate, but no added cane sugar. Instead, sweetened with fruit. Yes. It does contain almonds. All right, so. Oh, I do remember this. Here's the bar. My wife already had some, as you can see there. But it kind of looks like a stick of jerky, sort of. And I think they did that on purpose. And here's the other side. There are the almonds. All right. And I'm just going to break off a piece and... I forget how much this was, but it was on the clearance shelf, so it's got to be good. I was expecting it to be bitter, as you all thought it might be, but it's not. It's actually quite smooth. So I don't know if the 70% cacao is accurate, but that tastes like dark chocolate to me, and there's nothing discernibly fruity about it. But I like when a company tries something different and maybe something that's better than adding just straight cane sugar to something. So I appreciate this, and I like it. Thumbs up for that. And yeah, happy that I was able to try that. It says no added sugar, but it also says not a low-calorie food. I get it. Oh, that's good to break up and put into chocolate chip cookies. Yes, Michelle, I can only imagine. All right, what's next? It is time for a coffee break.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Today's coffee will not be in an Orlando Guy mug. I received a package today from the good folks at Pepper Tree Villa, and there are actually two different coffee mugs. Longtime viewers of the show know I am a huge fan of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, and I don't know if anybody has noticed the mug over my shoulder there. PDV sent me a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Reese's mug with a friend in it. There he is. I don't know what to call him yet. Two great tastes that taste great together. Chocolate, peanut butter. What's going on with that camera? I see it flashing. Oh, well. If anybody has a idea for a name for this dude, please let me know. Yes. The other mug they sent me, and it blew my mind. Sublimation. They sent me a More Sunshine Please coffee mug, and I cannot thank them enough. This is so fun and awesome and cool, and I don't have to turn it like that so you can see what kind of mug it is, like the Orlando guy mug. It's still a great mug, but this is better. So thank you so much for this. Witherspoon. Peanut. That could be a first and a last name. Peanut Witherspoon. I don't know. I like those. I like them both. Well, it's fun to use. Thank you so much. And I'm told coffee tastes 46% better in this mug. So there it is. I knew I heard it somewhere. So thank you so much. Next week, I will be having a different Trader Joe's coffee in it. Not this week. Next week. All right, what's going on? Yes, okay. Where am I? Okay, here it is. Let's play our game. I had something in the way. I usually like to have it pop up on the screen after the intro. All right, let's do it now. Here we go. Done. Chronophoto is the game we're playing, and if you're not familiar, where have you been? We're going to be shown 5 pictures. We have to guess in which year each picture was taken. We can guess anywhere from the year 1900 to the year 2023. That's our range in which year any of these pictures will have been taken. The closer we are to the correct answer, the more points we get. 1,000 points for a bullseye, so we're going to be showing 5 pictures. 5,000 points is a perfect score. We've done that once. We're looking to do it again. We came close 2 weeks ago. Let's play. This first picture, I saw it earlier. Suffrage melting pot, gold and silver, old or new. These women of the suffrage movement are collecting things. And I don't know where this is. But let's zoom in on the sign, shall we? Now, I know through the magic of and the help of Schoolhouse Rock that in 1920, Sisters Unite. Whoa! That was the end of the... Suffer Until Suffrage was that one. It's one of the better ones. One of the better Schoolhouse Rock songs. This, I can't believe I can read what's on this sign. Okay. Articles of any sort which you put in the melting pot here will be converted into cash by U.S. Mint. Is this a date? For the, it looks like it says 1914 campaign States? I can't tell, but that looks like it says 1914, folks. Bring your old or broken something, jewelry, keepsakes, or knickknacks, and let us fill the pot to brimming over. Wow. Okay. And wasn't 1914 an important year or a year of note in the suffrage movement? All right, where's my chat? I think that's it. All right, I'm gonna just look around. I mean, we know when the latest this could be is 1920. If these ladies were still collecting gold and silver after 1920, they were up to something. But no, the movement's still happening. No, we're still fighting. But didn't Congress pass? No. All right. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go over here to my other monitor. And Noah says barely Reese's. That's a clever name. Okay, I think our first guess is from Sherry, who says 1914. We have a 1916, 1917, 1919, 1920, 1915. Let's go for 1914. Another 1914. Here's last week. I had some people in the chat screaming an answer at me. And I thought, well, but the cars, like the model of car in the picture didn't necessarily mean that was the year that the picture was taken. Turns out it was the same year. So I was overthinking it. So I don't want to overthink this one. And I have other people saying 1914 in the chat. And I just want to go with it. So I'm going to go down here and say 1914. It says it on the sign. I don't want to overthink it. I'm putting my finger on the correct answer sound button. Here we go. Submit. Yes. 1914. Thank you, sign. All right. Let's go to our next one. Starting out strong. Okay, I remember those uniforms. And what's cool is we can see the menu and the prices on the menu up there. Now this screams 70s to me. All right, this is clearly a McDonald's. Somebody celebrating a birthday. Ronald is writing something. Anyway, let's look at the menu. Big Mac, looks like it was 75 cents. Quarter pounder, 65 cents. Quarter pounder with cheese. Quarter pounder with cheese was 80 cents. Is that what that says? Hard to tell. I got to keep it out there. Hamburger was 30 cents. Cheeseburger, 35 perhaps. A fillet of fish. Now, they didn't always have a fillet of fish. When was that introduced? That, I think I remember when they first offered a fillet of fish, sometime in the 70s. I just don't remember when. Fries, they had a small and a large. It looks like 45 cents for the large, perhaps. They are serving breakfast. Now, that's another clue. They didn't always serve breakfast. When did they start doing that? Egg McMuffin, hotcakes and sausage, scrambled eggs with sausage. They also had an English muffin with jelly, a hot Danish. More about Danish in my top 15 list, oddly enough. Let's see, an orange juice, but there's more to the menu, isn't there? Hot pie. McDonald Land cookies for 20 cents. This is funny. And then the menu continues. So I think our big clues, if anybody is knowledgeable about this, is this can't be before McDonald's offered a Filet-O-Fish sandwich or breakfast. And the hats that they're wearing, I mean, that's of a time. That's 70s. I don't think those hats made it into the 80s. Maybe I'm wrong. There's another hat. There's two types of hats here. Look at that register. Cool. And the happy birthday hat as well. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to turn to the chat. Okay, I think our first guess is from Charlie, who says 77. Noah wants a McRib sandwich, but has to wait till November. Jamie says 74. Noah says 71. Dean says 75. Another 75. Oh, the Filet-O-Fish came out in the 60s. Man, I thought I was there when it was introduced. I guess I was not. Oh, and Dean remembers his dad getting one. Okay, I was wrong about that. That's why I have you. Mr. Fulton Raz says 79. Paul says 72. 77. Paul is talking about the price of something in 71. I missed it. Ryan, welcome in. Thank you for your guess. Wait a minute. Oh, 78. Rachel, hello to you as well. Happy Tuesday. 1972. Now, when does anybody know when breakfast was introduced at McDonald's? When did they start offering breakfast? Does anybody know that? I swear I think I remember them starting to offer breakfast. And I was born in 71. So I was a kid. I was a young kid, of course. Oh, well. Maybe this was the introduction of the Happy Meal. I didn't see the Happy Meal on the menu, though. So this is before, after breakfast, before Happy Meal. Good eye. The Happy Meal, that's a good clue. I don't know. Sherry's going with 74, and Sherry is darn good at this game. They did breakfast in 72? What am I thinking of? I am clearly misremembering that. Did they always have the same breakfast items? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of? Like, maybe they always had the Egg McMuffin and they came out with hotcakes later? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. Probably not. I'm going to stop talking. I can't do that. I'm the host. They introduced breakfast in 72. So it's after 72, but before Happy Meals. Maybe that's what I remember the introduction of. The Happy Meal. I don't know. All right. Well, they did breakfast in 72. That little girl's hair. You know what that kind of reminds me of? It looks like she's got some curls going on there. And I remember as a kid on picture day at school, and girls, their mothers would curl their hair, and for some reason on picture day, their hair would be worse than it was on normal days. And that was a thing in the 70s. And I think that's what's going on here as well. Just, but anyway. They started Happy Meals in 79. Okay, so this is before 79, after 72. I'll go 74. I'll go 74. Survey says. Oh, 77. That's later than I thought. So, well, it's in line with what we narrowed it down to between 72 and 79. So, all right, we got 777 points there. And the answer was 77. I think they're just trolling us now. Let's move on. We have 1,777 points. Okay. Formula One racing. I don't know much about this. I do see smartphones. This is, where is this? Petronas, big sponsor, or is that the place? I don't know. All right, let's zoom in on some people here. I'm able to zoom in quite a bit. Multiple smartphones. Everybody's got one. What else? Does something else give us a clue? Smartphones certainly gives us a range. I mean, this could have been last year, but now this lady, is this in maybe the United Arab Emirates or someplace like that? Is this a iPad? It looks like a really long clipboard, kind of. Maybe I just can't tell. Shoes. Got some Chucks, Nike. Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps, is there something that gives us a clue, like the 2018 Piston Cup or whatever? Does it say anything like that? I don't. Well, what's this? What is that logo on either side of the word Patronus? Is that a Harry Potter word, by the way? Oh, I guess that's just their bug, their logo. Any other automobiles? Oh, there are names here. Why didn't I see that? I don't know any of these racers. Daniel Kjot, Adrian Sutil, Esteban Gutierrez, and others. I don't know any of them. I'm going to zoom out and then turn to the chat. Okay. If you came in and did the jingle, you could get a Big Mac for $0.25? Is that true? Is this Le Mans? I don't know. There is a Union Jack flag, as well as is that a Ferrari flag? I don't know cars. Or it could be a NASCAR race. I don't. I think our first guess is from Rachel. It says 2018. And we have another 2018. Okay, 2016, 2017, 2014. Switch into 2014. Charlie is confirming it is a Harry Potter word. Okay. 2011, 2020, 2018. Man. We have a number of... We have some 2018s. We have some 2014s. 2016. A couple of those. Wow. I'm going to go with our first guess. I like 2018. Here we go. Survey says 708. This was taken in 2014. You guys are so much better at this than I am. Great guessing on your part. Sorry I couldn't read your minds. I can read your chat, though, so I'll do better. 2,485 points. Next picture. This is a... This is either a picture taken during wartime or kind of looks like Steve McQueen. Is this a Steve McQueen publicity still? Is this from The Great Escape? Is this from a movie? Because that looks like Steve McQueen to me, but maybe I'm wrong. I've never seen that movie. What does it say on the side of the picture? I don't know. But maybe I'm wrong. Now, what's the deal with the helmet? What type of helmet is that? Is he wearing a digital watch or anything? Is there a movie mistake in here? I don't know if this is from a movie, by the way. It's a possibility because I don't know otherwise. I can't tell what that says. A something? I don't know. I can't make that out. I can see DR on the front bumper. No, nothing. Nope. All right. I'm turning to the chat. Okay. Oh, Noah says bullseye. Noah got that right last time. As did Sherry after she changed. Oh. Okay. Looks like World War I surplus helmet. Sherry says 1942. We have a 44 British helmet and a M1 Garand doesn't make sense fake photo. You got me. But interesting. We have a 43, another 42, 41, 46, says Noah. Timothy Rainwater says 1962. I think that's Hell is for Heroes. So this may be from a movie. Interesting. I don't know where to go. we're not getting a perfect score this week, so maybe. Nick says 63. 62, 63. Was that movie shot in 62, released in 63? If it was shot in 62, the picture was taken in 62. All right, let's go 62. I don't have to move this much. Survey says, 42. Lots of you are right about that. We were not. But I had fun trying to guess and thinking and hoping that was a movie still. I'm not mad at you. Let's go to our last one, our last picture, and maybe we can salvage... I don't remember how many points we have. Okay, sorry. Okay, here we go. Kid's doing a backflip. The diving board looks like it's held up with PVC. No, it's probably, metal. Piping here. Let's zoom into the people. Although they are backlit, they are hard to see. I see very short haircuts, almost buzz cuts, like from the 50s, perhaps. Early 60s even. Swim caps for the ladies. What is San Jose State? Okay, we've got a clue there. I don't know what location, certainly, but not time, really. Lifeguard chair, made by the same PVC as the diving board stand. No, it's not PVC. More kids back there. What's that sign back there? Mill? I don't know what that is. But there's like a illustration, like somebody's face on that sign. I'm not sure what that could be. I don't know. San Jose State. Late 50s, early 60s would be my guess. I turn to the chat. Okay. Let's see. All right. Sherry's gotten a couple right in a row now. And whatever she says, I'm probably going to go with. But no pressure. No pressure. I mean, this will be our lowest score in a long time. But I took a risk. It was a gamble. Sometimes, it's a high risk, high reward. Okay. Kids from the Sandlot. Yes. Our first guess is 1966. We have a 63. 93, I'm not sure about that, but 68, we have a 64. 81, interesting. 75. 55. Sherry says 66. Everybody, keep your guesses to yourself. I'm going with that one. No, I'm kidding. I want to know. I would have thought maybe a bit earlier than that, but we have a couple of 1966 guesses in here. I maybe would have said like 61, but I wasn't there. Let's go 66. And let's see if we can get close. 59. Well, sometimes I'm onto something, and other times I'm nowhere near onto something. But I did think late 50s, early 60s. So what did we end up with? Almost 3,000 points. Okay, not our strongest, but I just have fun playing the game. I don't care what we get. We try to just have fun. We do the best we can. Your birthday, well, happy birthday. Okay, let's do an intermission. When we come back, I've got a top 15 list about food. It's one of the things I do top 15 lists about. A couple of intermission videos here for you to take a look at. The first one has to do with one of the foods on our list, so enjoy.
He's the champ. He's the greatest. Because when it comes to winning blue ribbons, Dad can sure show us all how. But chances are he's always too busy making life easier for others to have time to collect them. So let's all toast the great family hero with a rousing, heartfelt cheer that's well earned. Happy Father's Day, Dad.
Welcome back. I came across this interesting list that had 15 things on it, so it was kind of perfect, but I thought it was interesting. Some of these things I knew and some I did not. Cracked.com, specifically, the author of this article, Amanda Mannon, if you're interested. Thank you, Amanda, for your list. Top 15 foods that aren't from where we thought. So these are all things that either have a geographic location in their name or we just thought they were from somewhere else. So let me put this up there so people know what we're doing. And I turn to this. And we start with cream cheese, specifically Philadelphia brand cream cheese or Philadelphia cream cheese. Is that a brand? I don't know anymore. It doesn't matter. I do have pictures to go along with this in case you didn't know what cream cheese looked like. Is it ready? There it is. Okay. When the inventors of cream cheese were trying to come up with a name for their product in 1880, they settled on Philadelphia cream cheese because the city was known to be great dairy-wise, even though everything about the product was distinctly New Yorkian. So from New York, but they called it Philadelphia. It was just marketing is all that was. All right. Number 14, Hawaiian pizza. Not from Hawaii. Perhaps some of you know this already. This could more accurately be called Hawaiian-inspired pizza, as it was created in Ontario, Canada, by a Greek immigrant inspired by the sweet and savory flavors of Americanized Chinese food to capitalize on the growing tiki trend. So Hawaiian pizza is from Canada, and I'll be honest, I like it. I like pineapple on my pizza. I don't understand those that get angry about that sort of thing, but whatever. Put whatever you want on pizza, including this next one. You can put Swedish meatballs on your pizza for all I care. Are they from Sweden? No, because then they wouldn't be on this list. So here's what they look like. If you've ever been to IKEA, maybe, or anyway. In the 18th century, King Charles XII of Sweden was temporarily exiled to the Ottoman Empire, where he discovered the real Turkish delight, meatballs. When he was allowed back, he brought the wads, called kafte, I don't know how you say it, by their inventors. He brought them back with him and apparently decided they were Swedish now. So, Swedish meatballs are Turkish. Number 12, French fries. I think a lot of us know that French fries aren't from France. But a lot of you don't know what they look like. I'm kidding, of course. But here's a picture. Potatoes are distinctly New World food, first brought to Europe by Spanish explorers and sliced and fried in Galicia in the 16th century. I don't know if I said that right. But the crispy little salt delivery vehicles didn't really take off until Spanish colonists brought them to Belgium, which was called the Spanish Netherlands at the time, just to confuse us in the future. By the 18th century, they made their way to France. So, now I'm confused. Are they from Belgium? Yes. That's where they took off. Okay, got it. Next. German chocolate cake. I know some of you know this one. German chocolate cake. Not German at all. It isn't named after the country, but an English or possibly American guy named Sam German, who invented a new style of baking chocolate in 1852. It was definitely popularized in America in the 1950s, where it was initially known as German's chocolate cake, apostrophe S there with the Germans. German's chocolate cake. American, we think. Number 10, croissant. They're Austrian. I know you know what they look like, but I have pictures. I took time to get the pictures. In 1838 or 1839, an Austrian guy named Auguste Zang opened a Viennese bakery in Paris, and the French went nuts for his crescent-shaped bread rolls called Kipferl. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Being French, though, they were pretty sure they could do it better, so they substituted puff pastry, then usually used as an edible bowl for real food, not on its own, named it their own word for crescent, and ran him out of town. So croissants are Austrian. How about that? I didn't know that one. Number 9, chicken tikka masala. Here it is. Here's the picture. This is what it looks like. The most likely inventor of chicken tikka masala was a British Pakistani chef named Ali Ahmed Aslam, who was running a curry house in Glasgow in the 1970s when a customer complained that his chicken was too dry. To appease the man, or possibly get back at him, Aslam dumped a bunch of tomato soup on it, and a British classic was born. It was born in Scotland. How about that? I didn't know that. Here's another one I didn't know, nor have I ever had this next one. Number 8 is Vindaloo. I've never had that. Nor did I know what it looked like. Where is it? Here's a picture. An awful picture. Why didn't I do better with that one? Anyway. Oh, turn the page, Jim. Vindaloo is Portuguese. It's actually a mispronunciation of the Portuguese name carne de vinadealu of the dish, which was brought to India by Portuguese explorers in the 15th century. It was improved considerably by Indian chefs, but a key ingredient, chili peppers, was actually brought over by the Portuguese from America. How about that? Didn't know. So, that's Portuguese. You know what's also Portuguese? Number 7 on our list. Tempura. That's right. Here it is in picture form. The Portuguese really don't get enough credit. They also introduced tempura to Japan after accidentally landing there in 1543 and deciding to stay a while. So, yes, I've had that a bunch. More than Vindaloo. Maybe someday. I don't even know what Vindaloo is. It didn't say what it was, but I'll get there someday, perhaps, unless there's meat in it. Number 6, fortune cookies. Now, I always thought fortune cookies were American. I've always heard they certainly weren't Chinese. And in case you didn't know what they looked like, here they are. Fortune cookies are Japanese. On Japan's part, fortune cookies came from the 19th century Kyoto and into America with Japanese immigrants without ever touching China. We only associate them with Chinese restaurants because Americans didn't want to eat Japanese food. So those Japanese immigrants opened, quote, Chinese, unquote, restaurants instead. Then actual Chinese entrepreneurs snapped them up after Roosevelt forced Japanese Americans to give up their businesses during World War II. So, fortune cookies, Japanese. Indeed. Now, here is something that you might think is Chinese, but is actually American. Egg rolls, which you may remember from our intermission. Where are they? This is an egg roll? That picture doesn't look like an egg roll. Oh, it does. It's a small picture to me right now. So, yeah, I guess so. Those Chinese-American restaurateurs also created the egg roll as a version of the lighter and crispier spring roll that would appeal more to their American customers. So this was a creation by Chinese-Americans to appeal to American customers. So these are American, though made by Chinese-Americans. So how about that? Next, you know what is Chinese? Sauerkraut. And you know what it looks like? This. It may be primarily known today as a staple of Oktoberfests and Wisconsin tailgates, but fermented cabbage can actually be traced back to the Great Wall of China, where workers who subsisted on rice and cabbage in the summer soon realized they'd need a way to preserve their leaf of choice for the winter. It was a big wall, guys. This is, Amanda wrote this. Amanda Menon wrote this. So I'm just reading because I copy and paste things all the time. All right, next, number 3, fajitas. Fajitas are not from Mexico. They are indeed from Texas. And they look like this. Fajitas were the best of a bad situation when Texas ranchers in the 1930s paid their Mexican cowboys partially in less desirable cuts of beef, like skirt steak, proving that some spices in a tortilla can make even labor exploitation taste great. Again, I didn't write that. Amanda Menon is her name. Okay. Number 2, cheesecake. You think it's from New York? It is not. People have been asking, what if we put sugar in the cheese? Ever since the ancient Greeks. Ever since ancient Greece, when cheesecake was a popular wedding cake and even served at the first Olympic Games. New York cheesecake only became a thing after cream cheese was invented. Cheesecake is Greek. So says Amanda Menon, author of this article where I got all this. Number 1. No one wants to claim Danishes. I told you Danishes were part of this top 15 list. Let me read what's in the article. Legend has it that Danishes were invented by accident by a thoughtless French chef in the 17th century who opened a bakery in Paris to sell the Thousand Leaves pastries that became so popular that he franchised to Italy, where Austrian tourists apparently noticed them. Fast forward to 1850, when striking Danish bakers were scabbed over by bakers from Vienna, who didn't know how to make Danish pastries, so they made Danish pastries. It became a hit in Denmark, where it's called a Viennese, while Germans call it a Copenhagener, and Americans, of course, a Danish, because despite its universal popularity, no one apparently wants to take the credit. That's it, everybody. That's my top 15 list. 15 foods that are from somewhere different than what we thought. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. I stopped reading the comments when I started reading the top 15 list here. So if you just joined us, Cynthia, I bet he will say Texas Pete is not made in Texas. And Red Bull doesn't give you wings. It doesn't? What? No. Yeah. Welcome in, Cynthia. Thanks, everybody, for being here. And if you're in here and I missed you, I apologize, but thank you so much for joining us. I'll be back next week. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I will see you after that. I will see you around the chats. Stay safe, stay cool and dry because it's starting to rain here in the Tampa area. Thank you, everybody, and it is now time to say good night. Where is it? Here it is. Good night, everybody. Thank you, and thank you to It's Joey's World and Pepper Tree Villa for your gifts. I'm not speechless because I'm still talking, but Thank you. Thank you very much. So kind. Yes, thank you. All right, good night.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.